I think now is when we really see the value of depth as teams prepare for the playoffs.
It always helps when you can spread out your minutes, prevent stars from being overworked, and diminish the risk of injury.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Wiggins in the front court along with Adebayo. Powell is out there with Mitchell. And it's Ware in at the center position.
When Bam gets it around the hoop, he knows what to do.
Ball from long range. Nailed from three-point land.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Mitchell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Ware. And the three off target. Here's Charlotte now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Yeah, those opposing crowds can put you off balance at the stripe, but you got to block out the noise and make those free throws.
Ball with the bucket.
So much confidence from Ball. Been doing that since he was a youngin'.
The number one overall pick back in 2014, Andrew Wiggins, certainly capable.
Elite length and athleticism. His shot creation is more good than great. He has that 2022 All-Star nod to his credit, and of course, a championship from that same season. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Pulls it up. It's good for Miller, the assist from Ball. Miller's got his second basket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And here's Miller after the three-pointer from Norman Powell. And another three for Charlotte.
Well, he's 3 for 4 to start out. Right off the bat, you could sense he was dialed in. All business so far.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Ware, good.
Well, that's a good pass by a veteran who's seen it all. Norman Powell.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. They trail by one. The shot's good from Plumlee. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness. Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Heat shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
And he can't hit the second.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
That one good for two.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
LaMelo Ball getting it done for Charlotte. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. Back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hornets?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
We've got Brandon Miller. Colin Sexton is out there with James. And it's Diabate in at the fourth. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Powell against Miller. Powell feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. Over Miller. Good on the shot. And with that, the Charlotte lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Powell.
Yeah, even with a man right up on him, it's hard to disrupt Powell's rhythm on his jumper.
Sexton for three. And it's the Hornets another three.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Defenders going at Colin Sexton should be mindful of his prowess in the paint, Greg. He's pretty tricky.
That's right, Kevin. We tend to think of guards like Sexton as perimeter pests. But Collins a real plus when he's in close. Let him slip by you, and it's a deuce.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. Knipple comes in for James. Heat also with the sub. Adebayo's checked in, and it's good, 2 points.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Hero draws the double. And it's quickly in the corner. No good from outside. Charlotte leading by 6. Lets it go from the wing. Again, the Hornets score.
Such great touch from Knipple. If you can't drive the lane, the midi is a good option.
Outside, Hero gets it to go from beyond the arc.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Here's Sexton, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
Well, when you have a guy... You redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Got that one up quick. Hero's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Heat.
And Hero excels at that pull-up. It's a shot he has worked tirelessly on.
Took him no time at all on that one. Sexton's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's Knipple. It's hauled in by the Heat. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
That's a two from Sexton, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. On this that time, would have put him up.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Colin Sexton, you can tell he's feeling it tonight. And, guys, has been the driving force for the Charlotte Hornets. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Welcome, folks. It's halftime, and the Charlotte Hornets are in the midst of a very close game.
Talk about putting yourself in a position to succeed. They've executed, and they're taking good shots.
Playing just the way it's drawn up, and let's credit their game planning as well. Let's look now and see how teams stack up across the league. It's our latest power rankings.
You take a look at the Hornets coming down the final stretch of the season, about a month left. I think they're in a pretty good spot. Ernie?
Last I checked, it doesn't get better than that. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And communication is so crucial to winning basketball. Coach, teams that can get on the same page quickly, they clearly have an edge, right?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know that there's anything other than effort, maybe, that is more important to good defense than communication. The only way teams can be on the same page on how you want to cover certain situations is with great talk. It's got to be early, it's got to be loud, and it's got to be repeated.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. The post tandem, Adebayo and Ware. Out in the wings for him, it's Powell and Wiggins. And it's Mitchell in at the point.
Ball shooting for might not be textbook, but all that matters is that it's effective.
Wiggins outside. They double-team Powell. And it's Wiggins missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first three shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Deep, Adebayo drills it from outside. Adebayo's got the game tied up here for Miami.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the 4 without question.
Back to Mitchell. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Mitchell's got his first bucket of the night.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Ball. No good off the front eye.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Adebayo finds Wiggins, and here is Powell. His 3-pointers off the mark. They play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
That one goes in, and the Hornets lead by 2.
That's 10 straight off of the mid-range.
Heat have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Mitchell passes to Wiggins. Powell, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Ball with the bucket.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing minutes.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
What's up?
Yeah, you look at the different ways Bam Adebayo can impact the game. He's a player everyone wants on their team.
Pass to Hero. Launches it, and the three ball is good. Hero's got the lead up to 3 now for the Heat.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Charlotte Hornets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Trust it. Good to great. Good to great. Don't settle for average shots. Move it.
Well, Coach Spo instructing his guys, Greg, to just take great shots.
I mean, no reason to rush into a bad shot, especially with 24 seconds to work with.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. In the backcourt, it's Ball and Knueppel. At the forward spots, it's Miller and Bridges. And it's Plumlee in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Ball, 18 feet out. Count it.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Outside, Adebayo. Takes it from 10, and the shot goes in.
Well, what I want to know, where is the communication defensively?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. A coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Trained from outside.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Now here's Bridges. Beyond the arc, and here's the 3.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
For Miami, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
Well, give him credit. Offensively, Bam has been fighting hard, really taking it at the defense.
3, good.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like, in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Outside Wiggins. Now Mitchell. Oh, the layup finish off an excellent lead pass.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
Outside Ball. In the fourth quarter. Knocks down the 3.
You watch Knueppel, he has the demeanor of someone who will hit a lot of big shots over the course of his career.
Now, Adebayo. 2 points. That one goes.
Wow. Adebayo showing some leadership there in a big moment.
Fires from 18. Connects with the 10.
Rising to the occasion. He found a way to get himself open and get his shot.
Nice job taking the initiative. Coaches will encourage you to take that if you have a good look.
Adebayo against Bridges. Unloads from 13, and they pick up the 2.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Up top, Ball. Nails the
such high expectations. This young man ball is used to the spotlight.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Bridges. To take the lead. It's in.
The jumper Bridges has is wet, demonstrating how lethal he is from his spots on the court.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. What do you think we're going to see here?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt, but they... Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. LaMelo, it's good.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from it.
So a close game sees Charlotte taking this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You got to love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
And that about wraps it up for